Barntime-PREPPER here. I'm back out here, back part of my property, my favorite camping spot. And we've had some wet last few days. So I decided to come back here and I'm going to play around with getting a fire started in wet conditions. Not something I've done very often, and I just thought I'd give it a try. So I'm going to video log this whole thing and show you my failures, show you my successes. And alright, what I've got right here is I've taken some dead palmettos that weren't laying on the ground, and I've cut them up and I've put them on in my fire pit to make my dry base. They're not as dead as I would like, but they're not green, so they'll keep my fire off the wet ground. Plus they will burn when they get hot enough and help dry the ground out a little bit and give me a little more fuel for my fire. So what I've done so far is I have got some black moss, some old dried up moss out of the trees up here. It's plentiful up here, you just got to be able to reach it. So I've got some of that down. That's going to be my bird's nest where I start. I started picking up all these little twigs first. Start breaking these down. I'm talking little bitty. I'm going to have a bunch of this first because this will burn quick. It's drier and it'll burn. So I'm going to try and get my fire base started with my black moss and these little twigs. I'm going to go gather a whole bunch more of these up, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Got my little bundle of small twigs, and those of you who've never done one before, never started one from scratch, I mean, a lot of the guys watching this, and this is old stuff and you already know it, but somebody probably watching this who maybe doesn't know. Start off with little bitty sticks like this. I'm talking little bitty teeny sticks, like maybe a soda straw, maybe thinner than a soda straw. You see how thin this is? I'm talking the smallest ones you can find. You can find them on dead limbs, you know, hanging, not sitting on the ground, but kind of hanging in the air. Those are good to have because the winds dried them out the best they could. Like I said, right now it's wet conditions. It rained pretty good last couple of days, so it's pretty wet around here. And I'm going to try this in wet weather. But you start off with little bitty ones like that. You get your bird's nest. I'm keeping it in here, just kind of keep it off the table and keep it dry. But you get your black moss. You use whatever you want to use for your bird's nest. Get a little spark in there. You start lighting these little things up. And they'll burn pretty easy. Even if they're a little damp, they're small enough, they'll dry out and they'll burn. Once you get those burning pretty good, then you go up a little bit, like, you know, maybe a number 2 pencil size, or maybe a cigar size. Just not real big, but, you know, dead limbs a little bit bigger. Then you start getting those on. Once you get those started and them smoking and burning pretty good, then you're gonna move over to the bigger ones. Then you get, you know, I don't know what to compare that to, but it's, you know, just a little bit bigger sticks. Get them all broke down, get them ready to put on your fire. Once you get this going pretty good, throw that on there, get that going pretty good. Then you get those on. Once you get those going, you probably got a pretty good base of coals. And once you get that base, that little bed of coals going, then you start throwing some bigger stuff on and it'd be easier to keep it going. Once you get to that point, you got your fire. Okay? It's when you're doing this one and those is when your fire is most critical and it can go out, and you got to really feed it and keep it going and don't let it die. But once you get to where you got these burning pretty good, you got a good bed of coals, man, you're pretty golden. But that doesn't mean wander off and let it die. You still have to kind of feed it and you have to watch it. Then you go to the bigger ones like this, throw those on there, and you can do, you know, TP style. You can go back and forth and kind of, I'll show you how I'm going to do it, but you play with it, you practice, and you figure out what's the best style for you to get it going. Alright, I'm going to get everything set up, and then I'm going to try and do this with a fire steel. I may use my, I got one of them cotton makeup, pads dipped in some wax. So I may try that first and see if I can get it lit and get it going. If not, then I'll go to my moss. All right, bear with me. All right, this is my little makeup pad dipped in wax. I got it vacuum sealed with a food saver vacuum sealers. Now you gotta break that open. All that wax is chipping off. I think I got two in here and I kind of stuck together, but it'll work. All right, see, I start getting these little cotton fibers coming up. Just kind of rip that open. You gotta get that cotton showing. What they say is you get more surface area. Yeah, I thought about doing this at the last minute. Maybe I should have prepared better for this, but I'm out here to have fun. Not all this, it's not all scripted. I'm not all writing this all down, practicing, doing 2 or 3 takes. I may do a couple of takes if I really screw up, but this is me. This is kind of what I do. Yeah, I didn't set these right, but should work. Just takes a little more work now to separate. Alright, see how I'm getting all these little cotton things, cotton fibers exposed. Alright, before I start getting all everything together, I'm going to play with this a little bit first, just to try it out. Got my ferrocerium rod. It was a Cooligan or Coogan, whatever it is, that you buy at Walmart for a couple of bucks. I was messing around with it and the plastic handle came off, but I like that better. I can carry that without a little extra knot at the top. So, alright, let's see if I can get this to work. I'm gonna stand up and do this. Well, it's trying to start. Yeah, I just don't have it. I don't have it spread out enough. This is one of the things you gotta do when you start making your own fire kits and you start doing things you learn on the internet, or you see on the internet. Practice with it. Practice with what you got. Because if you don't, you come out here just trying to do it, and this is what happens. Nothing wants to work right. I'm getting some up to catch, but it's just not enough, man. You really gotta... I may rethink this idea. I mean, I'm into jute twine, but anyway, I like jute twine more than anything. But gotta practice different things. So I told you I'd show you my failures. This crap didn't work. So I'm going to chunk that. I can probably use it for the fire. Once I get a fire going, I'll throw it on there just to help maintain it. Alright. Like I said, I'm not just here to show you everything works perfect and everything's going to be great. I'm here to show you failures, successes, what not to do, what to try and do. I'm going to try it all for you. Alright, well, I got some black moss here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to throw some sparks in there. If I can get it, maybe I can blow it into a fire. Then I'm going to carry it over there behind me where the fire pit is. Start putting these little sticks on there. And then I'll try and get it videoed right. Keeps falling through. Sparks keeps falling right through, so maybe I can get to land without falling through on me. There. Nope, that didn't last very long. Okay, so this ain't gonna work for me either. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna show you my failures too. And that's 2 of them. Just doesn't seem to work. That's why you need to make sure you're prepared. Now I'm gonna go to my default, never fails me, way to do this. Jute twine. I love this stuff. You can use it for cordage, but I have it in all my fire kits. This is what I like. This is my favorite. Just watch this not work for me now. Alright, what you gotta do is you process this. This is twine. So it's got 3 little twines wrapped together. And break them apart. You just twist it until it kind of loosens up. And you start pulling them aside. Alright. Then you break it down even further. Little fibers like this. Kind of looks like horsehair. So far, jute twine has never failed me. Not to say that it won't fail me today because I'm trying to do a video. Alright, you just kind of fluff up what you got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little room in the middle of here. And let's try this again. Didn't have to blow it. See, now you got a little fire going. You want to throw these little sticks on there. I'm doing it one-handed, so I'm going to just throw them on there and hope it works. I usually throw them a little bit at a time. Let them catch. Kind of get them in there where the fire is. Now see, what I use for my bedding is that dead palmetto. It's helping keeping that fire going while these little twigs light. And see, they're starting to light. Throw some more little ones on there. You get these medium ones. Ooh. What I usually do is I get down there and I blow on them. Now just because you got flame doesn't mean it's not still a crucial part, because these things may not catch. You might start all over again. Alright, what I want to do is I'm going to find some dead palmettos. I'm going to put them on there. Try to keep this thing from going out too easy. Kind of helps stoke that fire. See, just keep adding a little fuel. Something else that works is you break these stalks down, these palmettos, throw that on there. They burn real easy, like little sticks, usually. Alright, now I'm going to go to these little kind of more medium sticks and hope I don't smother it. See if I can keep that fire going. I want to find some more palmettos to keep my fire going. I may have to start all over. I really don't want to do that. Alright, I've blown on it quite a bit. You blow into the base, try to keep it going, throw some more palmettos on there. I think I've got some sticks burning now. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I'm hoping. I mean, this wasn't my most successful fire, but I mean, if you got fire and it's working, and it works. But I guess I'm glad, 'cause on video it showed me having had problems with it, because like I said, I'm going to show you failures. I'm not just going to edit these, make me look good and smart and some expert, because I'm not. I'm just some redneck sitting in the back, just having fun in my backyard. Looks like I'm going to blow on this some more, so I'm going to cut you off. I'll be right back. Alright, you can see in there, you can see that fire, I got some of those white ashy sticks. Sticks are burning, they're turning white, and that's what's going to give me my bed of coals. So it looks like I got a little bit of a fire here. Still going to have to nurse it quite a bit, but I've got wood burning. As long as I can keep that wood burning, keep it hot, keep the bigger sticks going, throw some more bigger sticks on there, and I should be golden. But right now, it's still a crucial stage. You see the white, you can see the embers, see my bed of coals starting. That's what I'm looking for. All right, this is that stage of the fire where you're just not sure if it's going to make it or not. You got a couple little flames popping out. You threw some bigger sticks on there, got a lot of smoke. I'm going to have to keep blowing this thing, but see, I mean, it's not always just, you got your little coals down there, you got your sticks that are catching, but I threw some bigger sticks on there, I may have smothered it. So you got to make sure you leave plenty of air pockets when you put sticks on there, leave space in between the sticks. I thought I had a good enough flame where I could put them a bit close together, and I guess I was wrong, so now I got to get down there and blow on it some more. Alright, what I've done now is the wind's blowing this direction, and I see that the smoke's going that way. So what I did was I opened these up so it can get in between those sticks and help put some oxygen on that fire. Of course, the wind just changed directions, but I've opened those up too. I put spaces in between so it should be able to get to. So now it's just a matter of just kind of letting it do what it's got to do. It's dry. Remember I told you it was wet, wet ground and sticks and stuff, so it's kind of drying those sticks out too. You can hear them hissing. So, looks like I'm going to have a good little fire here. It's actually going to work. Alright, what I've done is I've thrown some more palmettos on there. Let it burn up a little bit. I got a good base of coals in there. I just got to keep an air to them because I think I smothered it a little bit with too many sticks too fast. So what I'm going to do now is I got a little bit of flame there. I'm going to get some of those sticks that we started with, little bitty teeny twigs, get a bunch of them and throw them on top and let them burn. The ashes will burn, they'll fall down and, keep the heat going. So I said, I got a good little flame, I got a good little bed of coals, but I'm going to throw some really tiny ones on there, just kind of help keep it going. Alright, so as you can see, I put a bunch of little sticks on there, and they're catching. What I'll do is just cause some more heat. The ashes will drop down, kind of keep the heat going long enough to warm up and dry out the bigger sticks that I've used. Then what I'll do is I'll throw some more across, going the other direction. Some bigger ones, and just almost like I'm starting from scratch. But I've got the fire going, so now I'll take some small ones, get it on there. A little bit bigger ones, a little bit bigger ones. Then I can move to the bigger logs. Alright, so like I showed you a while ago, had a little bit of fire going, a little bit of a base going, and just wasn't working out like it should. So what I did was I pretty much started over. I started with the small sticks on the fire that I got. Started getting more small sticks until they started firing up. A little bit bigger. But this time, when I went to the bigger size, I did kind of a pyramid. You lean a couple one direction, lean a couple the other direction, all pointing toward the center, but you go around it. And you can see how I've leaned those. And now I didn't smother my fire, and now I've got a good little fire going. I can start adding a little bit bigger sticks. I've got an established base bed of coals, which is what you want. You use the palmettos and the small twigs to get your base of coals. Once you get that heat, then you start adding things, blowing into the base of it. Now you look at it, now see it's caught. I now have a fire I made with flint and steel, a fire striker, jute twine, some black moss, and I did it in wet conditions. So, when you go out, you start making your pack, and you know you're going to go out in the woods, man, go practice. Do what I just did. I know now that I'm not going to put that wax cotton, the makeup pad, in my pack anymore. It was a bit of a joke. So now I know I'm not going to put those in my pack. So I'm going to find something to replace it with. Probably maybe more jute twine. Maybe a Ziploc bag. Like a little Ziploc snack bag with some black moss from the tree. Or in our barn, we have several birds' nests that birds go in there, lay eggs, and whenever winter comes, they leave. We now have empty birds' nests in a barn. I'll grab one of those, put it in a snack bag, seal it up. I now have a bird's nest, literally. So, man, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm just out here to have fun. Back in here doing what I do, and I'm enjoying myself. So, man, if you like the video, man, leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Subscribe. You know, I'll do this more often. Thank you for watching, and y'all have fun out there.